The test drive happens every time in Pasadena. It starts from Pasadena and we go up to Angeles Crest Highway, which is arguably one of the best drivers road in the world, or will be the top 5 best roads in US to drive. And we have done this earlier. I also had driven a couple of times other than the jury rounds, and this road is made in a way that you can literally have great fun with cars like this, because this is a sporty road. It's also amazing to ride on this road, which I done with a Royal Enfield shotgun last time. And when I came last time, I had few exciting cars which I had a lot of fun in this road, which was the Toyota GR Corolla, SL63 AMG. So all these were amazing cars to drive. So I'm assuming I'll have a good kickstart this time also with the drive, because I'm driving in an AMG CLE53. Talking about this car, this falls between C-Class and E-Class, but basically it's sharing the same platform of C-Class, and it's actually have the underpinnings of C, but they dissolved the C Coupe and E Coupe to make one, which is this CLE53. And now thankfully they have the 53, and I'm expecting the 63 also to come with a V8, which is missing on the new C63. So the performance figures I'll show you here, and you can see 400 plus HP power and the 4-wheel drive system mixed together to give an amazing performance. I am in the sport mode now, not taken to sport plus, but still, wow, amazing. Because you know, these curves, turns are made in a way that you can literally have fun. It's not just about pushing the car to the max speed, but it's all about enjoying the handling with this amazing turns, twists, and you know, some kind of gradients. It's all amazing. So my verdict for this car I won't be giving you now, because this is not a proper test drive, but I'm experiencing the car for my voting. So all that voting result will reflect when they announce the awards. So right now it's going to be just an experience sharing. So let's check out what is next for us. So the second car which I'm driving is the Subaru Impreza. It used to impress me a lot when I was young because of his heritage as a rally champion. But now the Impreza is not like an old Impreza. Let's see how it's going to perform. So what we're doing this time is we're not going to Angeles Crest. We are going to the other destination, which is the Rose Bowl Stadium. It's a famous stadium, and we are going to the parking lot where we also used to shoot for WCOTY LA drives. So first of all, it's a small engine, and it's considered more as a family car than a impressive sports car. But it's an RS variant, so let's check out how it is. And this is one of the contender for World Car Urban Car of the Year. This is how the Impreza look now. Nothing to compare with the Impreza which I used to love, which used to be the champions in rallies. And now it doesn't have that sedan format. It's basically a hatchback. And in US market, it's very prominent, you know, for the family users. It's also considered as a family vehicle more than a performance star. So guys, the next car which I'm driving right now is the Volvo EX90. It's the latest SUV from Volvo, which is full electric. It's the evolution of XC90, which is supposedly the flagship of Volvo. And now it can be claimed as a flagship in various means, because the design is new. Look wise, it brings the new design philosophy, which look attractive. Which is again an evolution from what Volvo was to now. Anyway, what we have right now is a attractive tan exterior with a beige and white mix interior with some bit of grey. So white you can see as a trim, and you can see beige and grey as a upholstery, and brushed aluminum and other elements make it feel more luxurious. So whatever said, it's filled with gadgets, which is another Volvo element, which is the new element for Volvo, which was a bit confusing because when I got the car, I had the card-like key. This is the key, card-like key. And I had it in my pocket. I tried to unlock the car, never happened. I tried to place it in various places like door handle,
on the C-pillar and various other places, but it didn't unlock. But when I called the guy over there who was organizing that, he specifically told it's kind of fishy. You have to place exactly on a point in the lock, which I did and unlocked. So once I got also, I had to place the key in the exact position, because I was in the impression of driving the XC40 Reacher, which we can drive and unlock with the key on the pocket. We don't have to search to keep it in a place. But this was confusing. Coming from the same brand, it was a bit confusing, and all the controls are now on this infotainment screen. If you want to adjust your side view mirror, you have to do it here, and it's not an easy thing while driving. And I'm surprised to see a brand like Volvo, which give lot of emphasis on safety, doing these things, which is kind of unexpected. I know there are latest cars like Tesla and others who have all the controls over here, which Volvo shouldn't have done, because you should have a physical button which is more easier, because our muscle memory will be helping us when you're driving to do that. But now you need to have proper attention on the screen to do this, which is not acceptable for me. Anyway, this time also we are coming to this Rose Bowl area, and let's see the exterior of the car. Let me know your opinion. So this is the way G580 performs. Oh God. The front lifts, amazing. So you know, G580 was first conceptualized as EQG, but they never used that EQG nomenclature. They used 580, which is G580 EQ powered, which means G is more important. It's a sub brand, and there is G with ICE, AMG and electric powertrain. So all this put together, in ICE there is diesel and petrol, AMG and electric. And in this electric, we have 4 motor layout. On 4 wheels you have each motors. That's why you can do a G turn with 180 degree or 360 degree turn in a required condition. But today I can't do that, mainly because of 2 reasons. It is recommended to do the G turn, or it only activate in 2 modes, which is either in the wet condition or snow, and in gravel. We are not taking it to off-road at all, because WCOTY want this car to drive for many other Juras also. So they are restricted on any kind of off-roading by anyone. Second thing, even if I want to do, if I get a permission, I need to find out a place, and in this 1 hour slot I don't think I can. So that's a challenge we have. Anyway, I am enjoying my first experience with the G580, and it is wow. Oh my God. Oh. What is this? Amazing. This is a Porsche Taycan Turbo GT. Oh man, this is a bomb. 0 to 100 is actually less than 2 seconds, and the power is over 1000 HP. My goodness, this is scary. Oh God. Oh my goodness. This is the strongest contender for the performance car of the year. The coolest thing about this Taycan, with the new model, there has not been a great change in the car. It looks almost similar with some changes, but the coolest feature I've seen is something which you have to look at here on the wheels. Again lowered. Once you're getting in, it raises. It's a cool feature which is for your easy entry and exit. So the next car I'm driving, or I can't call it car, it's actually a bus, a Volkswagen ID bus, and it is the largest contender here, and is the most unique and one of the cutest looking car. or sorry, van, and it is a brilliant car. You know about the predecessor, and it has actually created a unique body form which has now been reintroduced in this electric avatar. What now we're driving is an electric form of the ID bus. And to say, this will definitely win the design because the design wise, there's the most unique and contemporary design, which is the main factor which I like. Design not only in terms of its styling, exterior design, it's also about the convenience and the interior. How funky, how retro, how spaciously it has been created. So you have to give it for that. So let's check out how well it looks from outside. So next to drive is the Kia K4 sedan. You know, Kia is known for all kind of cars like sedan, hatchback, SUV, EV, and K4 is very sporty looking, and even in the interior look very updated. And just started driving now on the expressway. Now we'll go to the Angeles Crest again. Let's see how it's going to perform. Stay tuned. So this is the new Kia 4 exterior design. It is very different to look. It has got some elements of Kia cars which you have seen mostly as SUV, the sharp lights and all around LED. And it has a pleasing face compared to the SUVs because it's meant to be for a sedan. Side profile is very different. It's long, and you can see the silhouette is very different. C pillar with a quarter glass and door handle look amazing, but it's not very practical. There's an 18-inch alloy which is blacked out, and the rear also look pretty new, which is similar to some of the Kia designs, but again it has got its own identity and charm. So the last car of the day is also the smallest car in this jury day, which is available for the test drive. It's a Hyundai Inster. It's a small hatch, but it's in its electric avatar. And you know, this is one car which can do a volume for Hyundai, especially in Asian and European market where small cars plays a big role. And when it comes to electric, I know there is two major set of customers who are looking forward for such car, which are either the youngsters or the elder retired group of people. You know, basically this will be very convenient for city, and even in these big roads of Pasadena, I can feel I am driving a very small car, but it's fun. First thing I liked about this car is obvious how it looks, how cute it is. The exterior design plays a big role in this car, but interior is also quite smart. The way interior is being crafted, all this element from the premium Ionic range, all the switches, all make it more practical and value for money for those who are the kind of people I mentioned. Of course, the youngsters would love to have more gadgets and touch features, but most of the customers, I think, will love the switches because it's very convenient, especially when you are commuting in the city. It's always good to have more attention on your road, which these kind of switches will help you. Apart from that, it's roomy. The front seat is quite interesting. There is integrated cup holders along with the seat. So this smart feature where I can even keep a big glass of water is quite comfortable. It's quite convenient. And it's a big American element. This is how the new Hyundai Insta look. One car which come to my mind when I saw first was Suzuki Ignis. There's some Ignis element, however, it has kept its own identity. The front is very different. You can see the pixel design pattern which is seen in Ionic cars. It is the turn indicators. Below the round headlight with LED, DRL, and the black panel connecting it look different. Onto the side, you can see SUV characters, but two things which attracted me. One is the wheel, especially this four-spoke design with a cross design or maybe plus design look amazing. And the second part is the split greenhouse. Front and rear is disconnected, which again look different and give a different identity. Side profile give a strong stance, and rear is also attractive, which also has a pixel element to the tail light, which again you can see here. So basically the design plays a good role in this car, and this is one of the contender to be the design car of the year, but I'm not sure how well it can cope up with some of the other designs. Again, I'm reminding you, this is not a proper review. We're just giving a glimpse of each car in the list because we are getting 1 hour slot with each car. And you know, Porsche Macan is the first Macan with electric, and you know, first electric SUV from Porsche, and they're experienced in making electric with Taycan. I know. Let's see how well they made that Macan. And we are going to Crest Highway. Why, you know? Because there's a car to push. Let's see. This is what I was expecting from this machine, because it's a Porsche and they know how to make cars sportier. And with this electric SUV, we wanted to know how sporty they made it. Wow. I'm in the sport mode. You know, there's a slight murmur, there's a science fiction sound coming out on this sport mode. But it's not exactly what I felt in the Taycan yesterday. That was more a growly kind, which was a little better for me. Anyway, dynamics are sorted. What I'm driving now is the new Mini Countryman. I'd driven this already in India, but it was an electric avatar then. And what now driving is the petrol version. It's heavy traffic, morning traffic of Angeles Crest. Petrol, not bad, but the experience I had from EV was better because it had more grunt, and you know, it is that proper EV element. The high torque, the quickness, all really was way better than this. But can't complain, it's a smaller engine. But if you want to experience it in experience mode, like there are various kind of experience mode, in that we can check the go-kart, which is like so maximum power is getting, but steering is a bit light still, so you're not getting so much confidence. The suspension gets stiffer, but you lack that nimbleness of the Mini Cooper has. So after a quick brunch break, we are restarting, and what I'm driving right now is the Kia EV3. I was there for the world premiere of these models, EV9, EV3 and EV4, when it happened in Seoul last year. And one thing which I realized about Kia is mainly about their design. So they always try to bring some groundbreaking design to their cars, keeping their design philosophy with the family identity, but all the models look different. Made maybe exterior, maybe interior. They bring some elements which are close to the other model, but they literally make it very different and keep its own identity, which is a big factor. So Kia EV3 actually falls in multiple segment. So you know, it is a strong contender in each segment. It's designed well, built well, well engineered, feel good, and I'm liking it. So another electric now, the Polestar 3. So you know, Polestar is the performance division of Volvo, and that is evident in this car. Interior has a lot of similarities. All the infotainment system, the connected features, all are very same to what we had experienced with the EX90 yesterday. But I find it little more sportier and nimble to drive compared to the EX90. Yeah, that's for sure. Very refined, and you know, there's around 490 HP of power. Quite stable. You know, it's planted. That's one thing which I can tell, because the center of gravity, the weight, it'll feel very planted on the road. And you know, the way we can push it in this crest. Feel it more sportier than the luxury cousin from the Sweden. So exterior is very different from Volvo EX90. Polestar has its own identity. So better than what we have seen earlier. I like this design over the other Polestars. This look more futuristic and purposeful. Check out the interior and let me know what you feel about the Polestar 3's looks. So it's Porsche back to back. What I'm driving right now is the new Panamera. So it's not the top end variant, but you'll get to experience what Panamera is from this car. It's not loaded with all the features like the adaptive suspension which you've seen earlier with the Taycan where it lifts and down, but this variant doesn't have that. So again, going to Angeles Crest, taken the highway. So on highway performance was quite great. In the sense like response is great. Suspension, yeah, it's a bit stiff, but not too hard in normal mode. But if you select Sport or Sport Plus, it gets a little stiffer. So the result of that we can experience now once you start climbing. But as you can hear, it's a sound from the exhaust which feels very artificial. Doesn't have that real Porsche exhaust feel. Anyway, this is Porsche sedan, as I call it, as a sedan. Yeah, I feel always as a Ford GT or a bigger Ford Coupe than a sedan, but they consider as a sedan. In that respect, they claim this is the best driver's premium sedan. So we'll check whether it really is. Shifter plays a big role. I'm in the Sport Plus mode now, and the gear shifting up very quick, which result in better dynamics because whenever we want to control the car, we can shift it down instantly like this. You can play around with the gears, and the body control suspension setting is amazing, which helps to build confidence to drive this sedan. I'm loving it. So the next car I'm driving is the Toyota Camry, which is one of the important models in market like US. It used to be the most sold models here. We know Corolla is the most sold Toyota, but in market like US, Camry was one of the most sold car, and it's very prominent in some markets like here, Middle East and some other countries. So it is there in this jury this time. The new Camry look pretty much influenced from the Lexus in and out, and it's a good thing. It looks sportier as well with some of the skirtings and extra elements which comes to this market. And normally Camry is considered more of a relaxed car, so I can feel the relaxedness. And it's an hybrid, so efficiency part is also sorted. So let's check out the exterior before we go on to the next car. So I had to correct myself. I told yesterday the Hyundai Inster is the most affordable car here, but no, this is even affordable. The Suzuki Swift, not the Maruti Suzuki Swift which comes to India. Same car, but there is difference. This comes from Japan, and it's got a different heart, which is 1.2 liter booster jet petrol engine, which is having a turbo, around 140 HP power, 220 Nm of torque, made to do a CVT gearbox. I know a lot of people expected this to come to India, but unfortunately we have not got this one. The engine is quite powerful compared to what we have in India, and this would have been better for India because a lot of people have changed their attitude towards smaller cars. They want a little more performance than efficiency. Most of the things remain same with the Indian version. Few things different is one is the infotainment 9-inch screen. Mainly the graphic and all the systems are a bit different. Other than that, the wheel is different. And compared to cars come to India, different in the interior smell. The new cars smell different in India. I think because Japanese have the love for seaweed. Once I got in the car, I have that aroma inside, seaweed. I don't know whether it is a new car thing or maybe the car has been with some Japanese media. Whatever said, that was my first impression. Anyway, this car has come from Mexico and it's sold in various markets like New Zealand and other markets. Unfortunately, we didn't get this 1.2 booster jet in India. Hope they will bring the same engine or better engine with the Sport Edition, which is just hope. I'm not sure about it. So what I'm driving now, it's again a big SUV, Lexus GX. When you have these kind of big vehicle, you have to be a little careful about the curves when you got out from this parking lot. So this new GX is one SUV which again is following the boxy design pattern with a rugged feel, and the same follow for the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, which in this market is called Land Cruiser, which is a 250. So basically, we are seeing this trend building up around the world for the boxy SUVs, and I think it's a good sign because most of the SUVs which we see around are becoming more softer and more like a crossover. In that situation, these kind of cars make the bold statement with the design. We've seen that from the time of Wranglers, they continue the same. G-Wagon kept it, even though they introduced the all-new G-Wagon. Land Rover again introduced a new Defender, not like the same, but keeping that boxy nature in a retro form. And this has been continued by various brands, from Toyota to Lexus to Jetour to any you take. And some of the upcoming SUVs which we got to know also will be having more boxy shape. So this Lexus LX is one such car vehicle, and in this year's jury, I've seen most of the SUVs in the luxury segment because there has been no new big sedans been launched, except a couple of them like the Panameras. So most of them were SUVs, and these kind of SUV give a statement which I really like. So the next car which I'm driving is the Geely Starray or Boyoway. I don't know how it's pronounced rightly. Anyway, this is the only Chinese car available on this jury round today, but there are a few Chinese cars on the list. I don't know, maybe because the cars are not available here, we're not able to drive it. Maybe I'll get a chance in Dubai also, but otherwise in India we don't get the chance to drive other brands than BYD and MG. But I can't deny the fact that Chinese are improving in a big scale, and one good example is this car. So this Geely, of course, has a backing from Volvo because they're the parent company who own the Volvos now. So definitely that technical support or engineering support is there, which is relevant in some parts of the cars, especially steering. Steering has a lot of similarity with the new Volvo EX90 and Polestar, but they have retained their own identity in most of the places. So design, interior, all are very different. Geely has made it like a Geely because they wanted to establish the brand, and they are making it in a very good way. It's not an electric, it's a petrol engine car. So you can't generalize saying that all Chinese are going electric. In spite of being a petrol car, it's very refined, decently powered, and well engineered, which wasn't the expectation for most of the jurors, including me. So for a fact, I have to tell you, Chinese are started making good cars. They are trying to be in the global market. Because example was the last year's WCOTY list where BYD Seal was in the top 3 of World Car of the Year awards. So guys, the last drive of day 2 for me, and this is the most luxurious, extravagant car in the jury this year. Bentley, the new Bentley Continental GT, and it's the first edition which I'm driving right now. Beautiful blue color, beautiful blue, black mix interior, and it is extravaganza next level. Let's explore this car. First thing about the new Bentley Continental GT is that it is a hybrid. Hybrid in Bentley? Yes. The world is going that direction, which we know, and it is a V8 high performance hybrid producing 771 HP and 1000 Nm of torque. It's a huge figure and it's amazing to drive. 0 to 100 can be clocked in 3.3 seconds. By default, when you're in small speed and in traffic, it will be in the EV mode, and once you kickstart the car, it will be again in the EV mode like most of the hybrid. But you can select the sport and other modes. In that case, once you switch on the sport, it will be completely fully in engine. But again, by default, once you switch it off in sport mode and restart it, it will go again into the electric mode, which is like EV mode, where it kickstart in electric, then later when the battery pack doesn't have enough power, or if you power the car, it will go into the engine mode, which is a V8 powerful engine. Again, and I'm driving in this low speed, which is like now it's around 40 miles per hour. It's an EV, but boom.
You want to enjoy this new Bentley Continental GT? Before we go for that, please do subscribe the channel. This is what you can enjoy when you are in a high performance V8 hybrid.
So I was in the highway, which is the freeway. Now I'm exiting into the Angeles Coast, where we can literally check out the dynamics. I'm sure it's gonna blow me away. And so far, my experience on highway was something different.
So these crackers from the exhaust
Really feel original, not like the created ones through the speakers. Really feel like it coming from the back, and it is quite amazing. Guys, this is the last car I've been driving in 3 days. This is the 18th car I'm driving. There are 24 models. Some of them actually I driven earlier, like the Mini Cooper S and all. So I not covered that in this episode, but this is the last one. It's basically the stripped down version kind of GS. So this is the new Toyota Land Cruiser Prado in most of the market. In US market, it is called Land Cruiser, which is like Land Cruiser 250. So in these cars, which were your pick? I had some favorites, some I really loved, some I liked, some wasn't impressive enough. But that doesn't affect anything on the results, because the voting is for the entire jury. Accordingly, only the result will come out. It will have to wait till the New York Motor Show to know the exact winners. But we will be giving the shortlisted cars we will be giving the shortlisted cars list on my social media platform. So please do follow. So in these cars, which will be your pick in each segment, please let me know in comments. So I'm signing off from Western Passenger, where we are staying and the jury round happened. So until we meet next with another review, stay safe and enjoy wheeling. Don't forget to subscribe our channel.